Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling. And man, I really appreciate you guys coming by the channel and checking today's video out, because we're going to be talking about bass boats that cost $200,000 and how all of them are getting ready to cost $200,000 extremely quick here, because I just got back from a boat show this weekend and found out some interesting stuff that we're going to talk about in today's video and be interested in getting your guys' opinion on it as well. And also, if you're interested in a bass boat that does not cost $200,000, check out my Vexus 1980 aluminum here, guys. Man, I absolutely love this boat right here. Anyone interested in my boat here, we're going to have it for sale through Branson West Marine coming up this June. So all you have to do is just give Branson West Marine a call, Branson, Missouri. I'll put the link in the description to the dealership. Just ask for Jim or Robbie. Just tell them you saw the video and probably get you a good deal on the boat here. And also, guys, anyone that buys my boat, I'll take you out personally in the boat on Table Rock Lake, which is just a few miles from Branson West Marine, and we'll run it around the water, get you guys familiar with it. So really appreciate that. Okay, guys, I just got back from a boat show this weekend, and it just absolutely shocked me, the cost of bass boats that they had there. It's like the regular price. It's like just the average price of the new boats that I saw there were like $120,000, over $100,000. And I'm just like, what are we doing? It's like, what in the heck are we doing? Because you have got these bass boats that every single year they're rising in cost between 3 to 6% a year. Okay, so right now it is the norm. The average cost of a fully rigged, top of the line bass boat from about any company out there is over $100,000, and most of them, depending upon how they're rigged up, they're going to be between $120,000 and $150,000 right now. So you put a 3 to 6% increase on those, and you put the fact about how electronic technology has completely ruined the sport, and it's costing more and more for electronics every year. It's not going to be just a couple more years, guys, before the average cost of a bass boat is $200,000. $200,000 for a bass boat. $100,000 is freaking me out, because I got to ask, and I started asking some of the dealers here. It's like, who are buying these boats? It's like, I know the economy's been pretty strong the last 4 years, a real strong stock market's an all-time high and everything, but how many people can afford to support the industry and pay $100,000 and $150,000 for these bass boats? And they were telling me basically that more than not, a lot of these people that are buying these bass boats are paying cash for them. So I guess there's a lot of people that are just killing it right now financially across the country, because they're not even financing these $100,000 plus boats. They're just paying cash for them. And also, they were talking about how a lot of the younger anglers, like the high school and college anglers, their parents are coming in and buying those $100,000 boats for them. So here's the thing about it. It's like when we're looking at the sustainability and the future of the sport, I do not see how the sport can be sustainable as far as the bass boat market if we have these boats that are going to be costing almost $250,000 for just a dang bass boat. How did we ever get to this point? How did we get from the point where, when I started fishing professionally in 1986, I had a top of the line Ranger bass boat, which was the top of the line at the time, and it cost like, I think, $14,000, brand new, 14, maybe 15,000, and that was the top of the line. So $14,000 or $15,000 versus now where they're over $100,000. Eventually you're going to get to a point where it's not going to work. It's like there's not that many people out there, as far as I know, that can pay cash for $200,000 boat. You're talking about guys like, they might as well buy a dang Ferrari or a Bentley or a Bugatti or something like that. So it's another one of those things that's like, it's further creating this financial disparity and financial elitism in bass fishing. And I just think we have to dial it back a little bit. It's almost like you got to set some type of a cap on the cost of these boats and just say, man, we cannot have bass boats that cost over $100,000. What do we have to do? Let's figure out how to keep the cost down. It's like, the cost of the materials surely don't go up 6% every single year. I don't know why somebody that knows more about it than I do maybe can explain it. But what causes these boats to rise 6% every single year when wages don't keep up with that? I mean, wages and the money that people earn for the average American citizen do not keep up with that. So are we going to rely on the upper 1% of the income earners in this country that are able to afford a brand new bass boat and everybody else can't, unless you want to take out a 20-year loan and wind up paying $400,000 at the end of 20 years from the interest payments on the boats? Which I guess there's a lot of people out there that are doing that are getting in these new boats and taking out these mega time loans on there that they're going to wind up paying 4 or 5 times as much for the boat than what it's worth. So I don't know, guys. Like I said, that's one of the things that really has got me. That's one of the reasons where I decided to run an aluminum boat this year, is just because of the cost of it. I mean, I will not spend $100,000 on a bass boat. I can't afford to spend $100,000 on a bass boat, let alone even if I had $100,000 that I could put on a boat, I wouldn't spend $100,000 on a boat. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how we got to this point. I really don't. So I'd be curious to get your guys' feedback on it. I mean, what does the future of this industry look like? What's going to happen to the bass boat companies out there if the price of these boats start getting to $200,000, which they are. They had one at a boat show last year. I did a video on it. I think they had it listed at $168,000. It's just like stupid. It's ridiculous. So anyway, guys, let me know what y'all think about it, and we'll talk later.